Story of Saints. November 12th is the feast day of Saint Josaphat Kuntsevych. Saint Josaphat was born around the year 1580 in Ukraine to an Orthodox family in a divisive time when many Eastern Orthodox Christians were in opposition to the Catholic Church. In his teenage years, Josaphat's local diocese reunited with the Catholic Church, and he converted to the Catholic faith with the support of 2 Jesuit priests. At the age of 24, Josaphat joined the monastery of the Holy Trinity of the Order of Saint Basil the Great in Vilnius, where he was later ordained as a priest at the age of 29. Josaphat lived such a prayerful life that during his time at the monastery, some of his religious brothers would hear Josaphat praying in his sleep. His prayer and studies of the history of the Church made him a firm believer in one united Church, leading him to call for the conversion of Orthodox to Catholic faith, and his teaching were so influential in converting Orthodox and Protestants that he earned the nickname Soul-snatcher. The Church recognized his accomplishment, and at the age of 37, Josaphat was ordained Bishop of Vitebsk. 1 year later, he was appointed as the Archbishop of Polotsk. During his time as the Archbishop, Josaphat made sweeping changes to existing clerical teachings. He had all of his clergymen memorize the Catechism, renew pastoral living practices, and oppose everyone who does not support unification into the Catholic Church. This last action resulted in heightened conflicts between Orthodox and Catholic, but neither side took drastic action, waiting for the other side to strike first so that they could retaliate. Knowing of their plan, Josaphat went into town preaching to his Catholic followers to remain patient and restraint, praying for God's intervention in uniting the Church. In support of this, Josaphat repeated prophesies of his eventual martyrdom, quoting John 16 verse 2, "The hour is coming when everyone who kills you will think he is offering worship to God," urging his listeners to remain vigilant and pray without violent retaliation as to prevent bloodshed. Unfortunately, his prophecy would soon come to pass. One day in 1623, an Orthodox priest named Elias went to the Diocese of Polotsk where Josaphat stayed, shouting insults at all the passing Catholics. Seeing this, many Catholic laymen felt threatened, so they decided to lock up Elias. Hearing of the news, Josaphat quickly ran to the prison to release him, but it was too late as many Orthodox clergymen saw this as their excuse to persecute Josaphat and the Catholic Church. They marched into Josaphat's house, killing his servants, struck Josaphat with an axe, shot him in the head, and parades his naked body through the street before dumping him in the river. The Orthodox clergies thought that they had won after killing the archbishop, but Josaphat's death had the opposite effect on the people. Seeing the barbaric nature of the Orthodox Church, people in the city came to repentance, seeking unity, which resulted in the eventual unity of the 2 churches. Josaphat was canonized in 1867, becoming the first saint of the Eastern Orthodox Church to be canonized by Rome. On this day, we honor Saint Josaphat Kuntsevych for his role in converting many Eastern Orthodox to the Catholic faith through his martyrdom. It is said that when Josaphat was being attacked, many Catholics went into hiding out of fear, while the Jews went out to fight against the barbarians and help the injured. Let us remember through the story of Josaphat's martyrdom and the verse from John 16 verse 2, to love one another, care for each other, even those who do not share our beliefs. Let us also keep the second commandment, to never use God's name in vain as an excuse for violence. In order to continue learning about a new saint every day, click the subscribe button below and ring the bell to turn on your notification. Thank you, and may God be with you always.